Hey guys, it's Synthetic and Blank Tester, and welcome to the next game, Evolution Skateboarding.
Woo! Evolution Skateboarding,
The second part in the Rick McCrank Skateboarding Power
No,
Hour.
it's the Konami Rick McCrank.
Oh, the Konami Rick McCrank. So, last game we did was ESPN X game Skateboarding. That one was a skating game, came out in 2001, featured a bunch of guys and Rick McCrank, and this is a game.
Rick McCrank doesn't fall into the guys category. He falls into the miscellaneous and odds and ends categories.
This is a skating game that came out a year later.
Made by the same people?
Made by the same people. That also features
not exactly the same people. I don't know. Was it the same developer? I don't know.
Konami.
Konami
I don't know
made
if
it.
it's
Yeah.
Basically, same
engine.
Yeah, same engine. Basically, list of upgrades over the previous game. And the first one you'll see is that this time the arcade mode actually takes precedence over the half pipe and skate park competitions mode.
That guy was
you didn't
made
see
of...
that. Pretend you didn't see that.
Okay. I'll try to pretend like I didn't see.
So we've got all these
golden god
lists of characters and
Rick McCrank.
And I gotta say,
5'10", 145 pounds.
If you're wondering, there's quite a bit more menu in this video than normal. So if you really want to get to the gameplay, skip to like 3 minutes 50 seconds in.
Yeah. I didn't comment on it the first time we saw it, but I'll comment on it now. That loading screen is awesome.
The one with
all the weird lines that go
banners.
all over the place. Yeah, that's awesome.
So you might have seen, like, one of the things this game does is that each character has, I guess, their own
stages.
I guess own stages. There's like 15 stages in the game, but each character has their own combination of 6 of them.
Oh, okay.
So levels that I go to as Rick McCrank, I'm only going to 6 of the levels.
Mm-hmm.
You're only going to see 6 of those levels, and what I'll probably do is once I'm done with Rick McCrank, I'll pick a second character which has the most different stages, and I'll show those off. But of course, it's Rick McCrank's Power Hour, so we're going to go in there. And also another thing this game has is combos, which I figured out in between the first time we played the game and now. You've got 2 combos, and so, with one button you activate the combo, and then your character will do that entire thing, and it's basically another special trick.
Okay.
Because, sort of like when...
So it's just a combination of your smaller tricks. Yeah,
and you see I can pick bigger tricks to make the thing take longer and be harder. So sort of like, do you remember Z-Axis when we did Dave Mirra 2 and Aggressive Inline?
Yeah.
Now, I did those 2 backwards out of order. Like, I did the game that they made second first.
The better one first.
The better one first, and we realized that Aggressive Inline kind of touched up on everything Dave Mirra 2 did and made it better. Well, I'll say this time we did the games in the right order, and you'll see Evolution Skateboarding touches up on basically everything ESPN X Games Skateboarding did. They improved the system somewhat. They made some things actually work. They did some interesting things.
Did they make Rick McCrank cooler? Answer, no. You can't do it.
Yeah, he's just
It's already too cool.
He's just as cool.
Yeah, just as cool. G.O., okay?
So
1/3 crash.
To start, you've still got, point goals, you've got combo goals, and you've got, like, crash things goals. The standard stuff.
Yeah.
But there are also some extra ones like Impress the Photographer. Basically, do a combo where you end in front of a guy.
Yeah.
Worth a certain amount of points. And also, what they really did was they really kind of revamped the tricking system. Back in ESPN X Games Skateboarding, you had a couple tricks on each button, like up, square, down, square, left, square, right, square. And then full stick rotation, square. 2 full stick rotation, square.
Right.
This one, they were like, wait, let's do something sensible. So they've got up, left, right, down, and then the directional pads. And then... they've got like up, right.
By the way,
right,
you went
left.
through that. You went through that loop really slowly.
Yeah,
This
loop has sticky physics. And this recording was done before I realized you could like manual the entire loop. Remember?
Really? Oh, that's true.
Remember,
yeah.
and then manual and fly off at the top of it, and the camera can't right itself, so you slam head first down somewhere.
Yeah.
You remember that? Tons of fun.
Yeah, he was playing this in front of me earlier, and he was trying things out like that. Well, I'm
trying fun things.
I'm a little bit sick, so if I sound that way or sound a little unenthusiastic, even though I still love Rick, Rick Crank, fuck,
and we'll
fuck that guy.
We'll eventually, you know, if you're here for the Rick McCrank plot, we'll eventually get there. But you gotta keep talking about the tricks. You might see me doing additions, like doing a trick and then doing another addition. Well, so first off, game's got up and then diagonals.
It's got blood.
Yeah, sometimes blood splatters on your camera for no reason.
Looks like ketchup.
Yeah. But it's got regular tricks, and then it's got slightly tougher tricks, you know, up, left, right, which were usually the tricks that were like 2 full stick rotations, you know, in the previous game. And then also, you'll see I do a trick. Well, that was a special trick.
Yeah.
But I do a regular trick, and then it'll flash. It'll kind of flash for a while.
Will flash.
The name of it will flash, and while it's flashing, if you press whatever button you use to execute the trick, like if you do a flip trick on the square button, if you hit the square button again, your guy will immediately go into a separate trick.
And that's the addition.
Yeah, that's the addition. I guess it's kind of like a combo that the game does.
That's kind of cool.
Usually, like, flip tricks go into flip tricks, grabs go into grabs. Sometimes it's not that, you know, you'll do a flip trick and then a grab or whatever. But yeah, it's kind of nice to see what happens, because also each character has slightly different
additions?
Slightly different additions. Like, you do a trick with one character. Well, if you do the same trick plus addition with like 5 different characters, they might go into 5 different moves.
That's cool.
Now, of course, it's not like they made completely different move sets for each. Again, sort of like the levels. You know, some people might have method. Some people might have like a Japan air. If you break it down, it's really not. I mean, it's really not all that much, but it's still, you know, impressive.
Right.
And at the time, you know, it would have been something that is different. Because I do, unfortunately, have to say, you know, this game kind of does exist in the shadow of Tony Hawk. It's not as good as those games.
Yeah.
It's not as good. Your guy, no matter what the speed of your character is, your acceleration, if this were a racing game, your acceleration would be a 0.
It's
a 0.
Total shit.
0 out of 5, 0 out of 10. Like, I was watching...
Oh, I thought you were saying 0 as in, like, he's accelerating at 0 meters per second squared.
No,
that doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, no.
That's not acceleration, but... Oh, no, you're saying his acceleration is just
I'm thinking
a bag of shit.
Just bag of shit.
Yeah, big
like,
sack of shit.
You know, I was watching old gameplay videos of, like, Tony Hawk 1, Tony Hawk 2, and, you know, you notice that in those games you kind of just go. You kind of get up to top speed, like, immediately.
Let me just say, so some of you might recognize this as the map that they had in the MGS 2 demo thing for this game. And, you know, I feel like, maybe it's just me, but I feel like they built all this geometry and then they looked at it and went, well, shit, I don't know where to put this. Let's just put it over some water. And then, like look at this. This doesn't make any sense at all. Who would build something out in the middle of the ocean like this? Like, what? Who? Why?
I guess it does feel a little lazy. Literally no skybox and just water. But yes, it's not like...
It could have been out in the middle of the desert or something.
But yes, if you were wondering, that level and those mechanics were in that MGS2 demo because Konami was also making a skateboarding game.
Yeah, right.
You know, perhaps you don't know. At this point.
This is the game that they were demoing.
Yeah, it is a little weird if you think about it. It'd be like I don't know, Square Enix making an extreme sports game.
That is a little weird. Yeah. Or I don't know, like Criterion making a first-person shooter and including like a first-person shooter section in a racing game.
Yeah, or something
That'd be
like
so weird.
Something like that.
1 out of 4 unique, meaning you're not unique at all.
No, that's like
That's what it means.
1 out of 4 things done
That's
for the.
what it means.
Yes, that's what it. But we're Rick McCrank. We're totally unique.
That's true.
By the way, I forgot to mention it, but when I was showing off those make your own combo moves, I created one of them that was like a McTwist to a double kickflip. And so we can finally, in the previous game, we talked about how Rick McCrank's signature trick is actually the McCrank. Well, we finally have a move to put that name on. We finally have a McCrank.
Mick motherfucking McCrank.
And right now, it's a Misty double kickflip.
Okay.
Yeah, that I try a few times and I can never land.
Maybe we should figure out a progression, maybe as the McCrank. Oh my god, I forgot about that.
Yeah, your unique goal, destroy part of the plant, and also
someone put so much time and effort into building that over a fucking ocean. Why? Look at it.
Maybe it's like an oil.
Look at all those people drowning.
Maybe it's like an oil rig or something. There was no one on it.
So,
we were sent here to destroy it. Whoever made it wanted it destroyed and thought, what the best way to do it would be for a skateboarder to ride up a couple quarter pipes.
He called Rick McCrank.
Yeah.
He didn't call him on the phone. He called him telepathically. That's
the
only way Rick McCrank will respond.
Yeah.
Yeah. You just have to think, Rick McCrank, please help me, and he comes.
Once again, I know you're just on the edge of your seat waiting for the plot to be created. But this is the first video. We've got to get through the aspects of the game.
Right.
We've got to get through the things they do. Because get back to tricking, they made a manual system that works this time.
What?
I always thought just the greatest and shittiest part of X Games skateboarding
was the manual.
Was that you manualed and that had to be it.
They just gave up.
After that. I mean, I can't really understand the thought procession that goes into that. But here, you manual and you can jump out of it and you can keep going. Only one thing though, you have to hold triangle to keep your manual going. It's not like in, Tony Hawk and a lot of other series where, you start the manual and then you don't have to hold anything. You balance it, but you don't have to hold anything. You have to hold triangle in this, which means to jump out of it and to do something else, you either have to mash your thumb over the entire face buttons to hit X at the same time, or you have to release triangle, hit X to jump in the 1/4 of a second.
The frames where he's getting his board back to normal.
No, the 1/10 of a second where your guy's still going.
Yeah.
So it's still kind of a halfway there system.
Yeah, it's halfway. It's a little better.
And a lot of the things in this game are sort of halfway. I mean, compared to things that are done right. But, there was a series out at the time of this game that did a lot of things extremely right.
And this game, I don't know.
But, I mean, as much as we bag on it, it's still an extreme sports game. If you like extreme sports games, you'll like this. Especially because it's probably only $5-6 now.
I want to ask something to the fans before it gets off screen. The word Coliseum on screen. I'm always confused how Coliseum is spelled. Is that how you spell it? Or are there multiple accepted ways to spell it? I really don't know.
I feel like there's a double letter in there.
I feel like there should be a double L or something.
Yeah.
Or a double S, maybe.
I think it might be double S. I'll look and I'll slap that on screen.
Yeah, maybe.
All right.
That's Rick McCrank slapping the shit out of yo mama.
Yeah.
Oh.
So that's been 2 levels. What have they been?
Rick
No. What were the levels? Were you paying attention?
A plant and...
Okay,
McCrank.
Yeah, that's been the first 2 levels out of the 6 apparent levels. I'll see you guys next time for 3 and 4 on Rick McCrank's continued destruction tour.
Oh, and I hate to add one more thing, but sometime during this game, we will probably have Tinker. So if you guys like Tinker, if you don't like Tinker, unsubscribe from Insect.
What?
And
unsubscribe, but make sure to
dislike all of his videos.
Please unsubscribe, but make sure to resubscribe once he's done.
Try to spam his inbox, just everything.
Yeah, because we know he'll comment.
Try to get him banned on the Something Awful forums.
Me?
Yes, you.
Oh,
Okay, cool.
bye.